policy indicated that the southern end of Cayuga Lake, which is where we are, is considered an impaired body of water. We're on the inlet now, which is where a lot of the rivers, 6 Mile Creek, run, Buttermilk, Treeman, they run into Cayuga Lake, and it carries a lot of sediment, a lot of pollutants into the southern end. So we wanted to kind of not just focus on the shoreline, but go back to where some of the pollution is coming from, do some bioremediation, which includes like cattail, arrowhead, also calamus. These are different species of wetlands that were originally here before this was all a city. To try to put some of those things back to help clean the water a little bit, as scientifically proven to filter, get some of the nitrates and phosphorus out of the water. The cattail, those plants do some of that natural bioremediation. We want to help kids get a diploma, but we also wrote the charter based on kind of ecosystems, basically how we are with students, from adults to students, how they are as a community as an ecosystem, and then how the students and the adults interact with the ecosystem to help improve, pollutants in society in general, global warming. We want kids to feel like they're actually getting their hands dirty and involved in cleaning and remediating some of the human impact. So in our classrooms, they're learning about phosphorus and nitrates. They're doing it in chemistry. They're doing it in their biology classes. They're engaged in information that then becomes real when they're out here actually in the summertime. So basically our science classes, our math classes, English, they're always working on water quality, different things that can help the environment. So our school's really focused on that and mission driven around that particular component. So this is, for us, is more or less the real classroom.
I think recently, since going to New Roots, I've gotten a lot more aware about the environment.
Getting onto the canoes and seeing it right in my face, seeing dead wildlife, all of the garbage and trash, it's very eye-opening, because it's one thing to say that we have an issue with garbage and just disposal in general. It's a whole other thing to just see it firsthand, the poor water quality, the amount of garbage there is.
Yeah. We also had a recent situation where we were planting up by Stewart Park, and we had planted like approximately 100 cattails that we had uprooted and relocated, and it was looking really good. And the next day we came, and they were all uprooted, and we think someone did it on purpose. So that really, for me, it was very disappointing, but at the same time it made me want to fight back and be more passionate about the work, because I wasn't just going to let that take us down.
When I talk to people oftentimes about what I call engaged education, what you're involved in here, their response is, sounds nice, but it doesn't have anything to do with education and curriculum, what you're supposed to be learning. What would you say to them?
It might sound corny saying this, but just like, I think building more awareness about this is also educating us that we need to stand up for our environment and the world.
Specific ways we can do it instead of just generalized ideas and bills and things that are passed in Congress. But if we are able to do it locally, it makes it so much more eye-opening, and it really teaches us a lot more if we're doing it hands-on.
Cattails actually have these rhizomes that interconnect them, so then they're all like rooted as a community, and I think that also like reflects us as humans, that we're better together and as a community.
The actual anatomy of plants, it's one thing to learn it in biology and learn it in science class, it's a whole other thing to actually do it hands-on.
Good opportunity to learn how to like navigate jobs, like through the school for the first time. Like for your first job, it's like good because you know the people already, but it also teaches you how to like get a job in the future. But I have heard so many stories at our school of how unmotivated certain students were at their old schools where they weren't doing much, and then they came to a school where they got to do hands-on projects and got to go outside, and it really did change things.